The world has been on continual innovation and improved military weaponry, and among these main global powers, the United States, one of the largest and still standing as one of the world's powers, is testing a new $150 million drone. What kind of amazing drone is this? What unique features does this new drone offer? How will it help the US maintain its dominance at sea and in the air? Stay tuned and keep an eye on us as we learn more about this incredible drone, the US Navy's Ace. You guys would be amazed to know that the US Navy recently designed and manufactured an exceptional advanced aerial aircraft that possesses an incredible ability to change the course of any dangerous aerial battle. This unparalleled aircraft is called the MQ-25 Stingray. The Stingray is an advanced aircraft being designed and manufactured by Boeing for the United States Navy's Carrier-Based Aerial Refueling System (CBARS) program. The unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, is set to offer a carrier-based unmanned aerial refueling capability to the United States Navy. The main reason for the manufacturing of the UAV is strictly to eliminate the United States' dependence on F/A-18EF combat strike fighters for tanking tasks and increase their availability for hot aerial combat missions. The manufacturing of this outstanding unmanned aerial aircraft is presently in progress at the St. Louis site in Missouri, United States. The US Navy completed its maiden test flight in September 2019 and received its practical airworthiness certificate from the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. The Lockheed Martin engineers' design and manufacturing of the Stingray showcased and crafted greatly simplified the installation of weaponry, sensors, and other amazing abilities on the UAV. The initial operational capabilities of unmanned aircraft are expected to be achieved by 2024. The birth of the US Stingray. The US Navy submitted a proposal for the Carrier-Based Unmanned Aerial Refueling Aircraft program in October 2017. Boeing emerged triumphantly and was able to bag about $805.3 million in engineering and manufacturing development contracts to design and manufacture 4 MQ-25A Stingray unmanned tankers in August of 2018. The significant scope of the contract indicates the fabrication, testing, supply, and support of the UAVs. In April 2020, Boeing received an $84.7 million contract modification from the United States Navy for 3 additional MQ-25 UAVs, bringing the total number of orders to 7. In partnership with Boeing, Lockheed Martin and General Atomic proposed the Sea Avenger and Sea Ghost unmanned tanker concepts based on the program. Quote, "The unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, will offer carrier-based unmanned aerial refueling capability to the United States Navy," end quote. In November 2020, the United States aviators from VX-1 and VX-23 squadrons participated in an MQ-25 simulation training, which gave them a lot of ideas and significant training about the Stingray's swift aerial operations from the start to the finish with the Ground Control Station, GCS. Boeing, in conjunction with the US Navy, practically flew the Stingray Test Asset T1 with an Aerial Refueling Store, ARS, in December of 2020. The 2.5-hour flight was flown by pilots from a ground control station at Mid-American St. Louis Airport, while the early flight testing of MQ-25 Test Asset T1 highlighted the UAV's unparalleled ability to be airborne for about 30 hours at different incredible speeds and altitudes. A few months later, the unmanned aircraft unveiled outstanding success in another test mission when it showcased air refueling with another plane, as its stability was intimately monitored before assuming contact. In June 2021, the development of the aircraft took another major step when the aircraft refueled a Super Hornet in midair, demonstrating its primary role. The Stingray later refueled an F-35C Lightning II in its 3rd refueling test. Isn't that incredible? The Stingray's unparalleled munitions and ability. Observing this stealth aerial aircraft, you may ponder, what outstanding capabilities can the Stingray exhibit? The Stingray has been labeled as being efficiently capable of transporting as much as 6,800 kilograms of fuel over a distance of 926 kilometers. It can refuel the FA-18 Super Hornet, EA-18G Growlers, and F-35C fighter jets, thereby extending their range and time in the air. The refueling operations will be performed using satellite and radio communications. The unmanned tanker will be integrated with the Navy's traditional catapult launch and recovery system. The MQ-25 Stingray will be equipped with core power electronic circuit breaker units technology, ECBU, which brings about intelligent control and visibility of the onboard power system to the operators. Well, should you ponder over what kind of engine the Stingray is wired with, then be prepared to be shocked. The unmanned MQ-25 aircraft is equipped and powered by a Rolls-Royce AE3007N engine that generates more than 10,000 pounds of thrust and additional electric power. It is also powered by the Northrop Grumman MQ-4C Triton. For more information, the AE3007N engine is the latest member of the AE3007 family of high crazy turbofan engines. The major significance of the Stingray. According to military experts, the Stingray program will help to facilitate and quickly lay a fresh route for the transition to the future generational aircraft. The Stingray was predicted to be an invisible aircraft due to its wing design and its major requirement in aerial warfare, but it turns out that it was less invisible than anticipated. However, it didn't forego its stealth capabilities in the design form of a fused light, and its V-tail and air intake shape hide the engine from tracking it down. The major importance of this aerial aircraft cannot be left unchecked, as it can also be used by the US Navy for information gathering and swift responses. The United States Navy has stated that it is more than pleased with the results and performance of the MQ-25 Stingray. They highlighted that its renowned capabilities, primarily refueling, will give the United States Navy ships an advantage, as they will not need to send ships further into danger, enemy territory, or intense battle zones to refuel their fighter jets or bomber planes. It will only be necessary if they send the Stingray to do the hard part of refueling fighter jets and other planes without being spotted, as it is equipped with stealth capabilities and defense weaponry. The aircraft's spy and information gathering abilities have yet again surprised the United States Navy as another major advantage, as it will increase major awareness of aircraft carrier strike groups. This basically insinuates that the MQ-25 Stingray can be used as a scouting or spy aerial aircraft to gather intel and location information about the enemy's location, the specific battleships or carriers, and pinpoint their whole fleet. This multi-purpose aircraft is majorly what the United States Navy has seen as the future ace of the Navy's intel, stealth, refueling, and aerial warfare aircraft. The amazing internal volume of the Stingray can also be used as a major advantage pertaining to the future military package delivery or carriage of important naval weaponry. Major companies involved in the development process. Triumph Group was awarded a contract in April 2019 to deliver significant hydraulic system components for the unmanned aerial refueling program, while in February 2021, Aerospace Lindenberg was selected to provide the tailhook actuator for the Stingray unmanned tanker. Furthermore, in February 2021, Boeing contracted Astornix for core power aircraft power distribution units and exterior lighting systems. The CMS was strictly responsible for deploying its aerial refueling store whenever the test flight took place. Frequentis was given a contract for the supply of its IP-based voice communication systems for unmanned aircraft. However, the popular car-making company Rolls-Royce was given the contract by Boeing for the supply of its AE3007N engine in September. The Cubic Corporation's CMS, also known as the Cubic Mission Solutions Business Division, secured a contract from Boeing to supply wideband satellite communications, SATCOM, modern systems, and also line-of-sight (LOS), Common Data Link (CDL). The capability of the Stingray in future conflicts. Staying far from an imminent war zone is of major importance for many major military countries in the world. Looking at the US-China conflict, we can clearly see that the Chinese are beginning to stockpile dangerous military munitions, focusing solely on its naval aircraft carrier and air force capabilities, which they have never stopped advertising and showing off to the rest of the world on occasion. This situation usually forces the United States and its allies to deploy their naval and air force carriers to the sea and air in order to patrol its territories and allies' territories. With the emergence of the MQ-25 Stingray, it has a tactical advantage both at sea and in the air. The Stingray will be deployed to either execute reconnaissance missions with its stealth capabilities or refuel United States fighter jets or those of its allies, keeping the Chinese from trespassing on its allies' sovereignty and territories. The MQ-25 Stingray's advanced technologies and capabilities will undoubtedly aid the United States Air Force and Naval Force in future warfare battles, although its main purpose will remain unchanged. The United States Navy is still hoping to receive over 100 more of the MQ-25 Stingray to greatly maximize the advantages of its new ace in future warfare and swift refueling and reconnaissance missions. What significant advantage does the US Stingray have over other aircraft? What do you think about the new Stingray capabilities? What is your take on the Stingray's imminent death? Drop your thoughts about all this in the comment section below.